Ooh, excellent connection, huh? Cool, cool. I'm just assuming everything's working because the settings are the same. I need like a stream starting thing. Actually, let me mute the mic for a second. Alright, let's see how this sounds. Testing, testing. 1, 2. How loud is my voice compared to the music? It's pretty loud. It's pretty dang loud, actually. You turn down the music a bit. Maybe like down 1 to start. Oh, shucks, do I have to make that adjustment on every single one? No wonder streaming's a full-time job for some people. It takes all day to set it up. Alright, let's see how that sounds. Okay, how about now? How is the music now? Hope it's not too loud. It's hard to change it without changing it drastically like that one time. All right, let's see. How's it sound now? Oh my god, this song is kind of loud though. Is that like negative? Oops, gotta not hit the table. Negative 45 decibels. I can't even tell if it's actually changing now. Oh, okay. I'll just change it here, I guess. Alright, whoops. Okay, I think with that, everything should be leveled out and the song stop. I can't I can't test it if the song stops, bro. Okay, here we go. New song, new song. Let's see how it sounds once it ramps up. See if my voice is still cutting through nice and clean. Hopefully it is. Hopefully we're sounding good. And the background music's just a nice little ambiance. That's what we're going for. Ambiance. Ambiance. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Wait, was the mic muted? No, it's not. That's all right, turn the mic back on. All right, this stream is totally out of pocket, and it's a very odd hour to begin streaming. I don't think anyone's even gonna really show up while I'm doing this live, but mostly, as the title says, I'm going to be setting up a TourBox, this little TourBox here. I'm going to be setting it up and testing it out on my iPad. Got it on sale last week, and yeah, I want to see if it really helps my process with Clip Studio Paint. So that's what we're doing today, cracking this thing open. Swap to the AB cam. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Look at that. It's like a bajillion boxes. All right, first we got the cable box, type C to C. I actually have so many USB-C cables, but I wanted to get the case with it, and it comes with the cable, so I didn't really need it, but it's here. And next, we shall. Well, here's the TourBox itself. All right, the TourBox itself. TourBox Elite Plus. And here's the travel case. Because if I'm going to be using this for the iPad, I'm definitely going to be traveling with it. And because it has so many little knobs and buttons, I don't want them getting like hit with other stuff. So the case was kind of non-negotiable. Nice box. I'm gonna take a quick peek at this case first, I guess. What a texture. I don't think there's anything special about it, really. It's just like, just a case. It's got like a little pocket, so pretty bog standard. Set that aside and onto the TourBox. Is that in focus? Let's. Yeah, about right there. Okay. My blade. So I've been seeing ads for these like crazy. They dumped a lot of money into sponsoring artists for this a few months ago, and because I clicked on the link one time, I was getting ads for them constantly. Actually, I'm still getting ads for it, even though I bought the thing. Because that's just how things work on the internet. When they track where you're going and what you're clicking on. It's a pretty hefty box. Like, not extremely heavy, but I think it's a little heavier than you might expect for something like this. TourBox Elite Plus Quick Start Guide. Gonna need that probably. And safety instructions. I like to live dangerously, so we don't need this. We are almost there. Ooh, yeah. It's got some weight. I definitely didn't imagine it being this hefty from the pictures. But I kind of like it, because if you're going to be using this on a table, you don't really want it like flying all over the place if you bump it. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. Look at it. Ooh, that feels nice. Okay, okay, that's kind of sexy. This spinny wheel feels like heaven. Okay, so far, really good feelings. I'm impressed. Looks like it came preloaded with batteries. Oh, let me get you a closer look at it actually. All right, so like right here. I really like that it has that 2000s like Game Boy Advance, the see-through early MacBook thing. I freaking love that. So it's very aesthetically pleasing so far. All right, let's take a look at the quick start guide right quick. Blah, 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 blah. Windows, we're not using Windows. Not using Mac OS either, technically. I'm using iPad OS. here we go. iPad OS. Open the App Store, search for and install the TourBox console app. Follow instructions for setup. Alright, it's basically just download the app. TourBox console app. Okay, let's give it a whirl. I guess I'll just wait. Passcode is required to enable Face ID. Who do you think I am? All right, 1 second. Oh, no, go away. Shoot. All right, TourBox. What was it? Console app. Yep, TourBox console. There it is. It's got like 17 reviews and 4 out of 5 stars. That's decent. All right, give it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, look at that. I don't know how you could see that this picture here, but it showed like a drawing by Loish for a second. If you're an illustrator and you don't know who Loish is, I assume you haven't been an illustrator for very long. All right, open this up. User agreement, terms and conditions. Yeah, man, I agree with all this. Absolutely. I'm gonna, you can have at least a fraction of my organ. Create a profile for you. No thanks. Notifications. Irimasen. Bluetooth, yeah. Yep, you can have Bluetooth. You need that. Take it. I've been instructed to turn on the power switch on the back of the TourBox. We're going from red to green. And then press and hold the Bluetooth pairing button until the status light on the front of the TourBox flashes, which will be this button here. Am I pressing it right? Nothing's happening yet. Wake up! Bro is literally not pairing. Wait. Oh, you know, I bet the batteries are like not connected actually. That might be a thing. 1 sec. Yep. Yep, that's exactly it. Little plastic bit. What the heck? Yo, check it out. It's a piss cell. A piss cell battery. Never seen one of those before. All right, round 2. Power button. Red to green. And then hold until the light flashes. Solid, flashing. All right, man, it's flashing. Connect. Pair. please keep the TourBox device connected during the calibration. You know, I guess from here, I'll go ahead and plug in the iPad so we can see it on the stream too. Un momento. ちょっと待って。iPad, do you want a pair? I don't think it wants to pair. All right, well, never mind. I'll finish the calibration first, and then when it's done pairing, I'll try it again. I guess if I turn down the brightness a little, maybe you can see it. Ew, look at that. I'm looking at the stream and I could see, like, you can actually see the banding of the OLEDs. That's curious. Alright, I'll turn it back up. It's not that important anyway. Alright, so gesture calibration. Please keep the TourBox device connected during the calibration. This function is used to calibrate simulated gestures to ensure they perform zoom, rotation, and other operations correctly in the center of the screen. The calibration takes approximately 10 seconds. Eliminate interference. Do not operate the TourBox device, iPad itself, or other pointer devices connected to the iPad. Mouse, trackpad, stylus. I'm literally holding the stylus, bro. Okay, fine. All right, hands off. Hands off. It's cool. Keep the screen on and run in full screen. During the gesture calibration process, do not lock the screen and keep the TourBox console running in full screen mode in the foreground. Click Start Calibration to automatically perform gesture calibration. Please wait for the calibration to complete. All right, say less. He says to himself after saying more. That was less than 10 seconds. It's already done. Okay, cool. So, it looks like the TourBox app comes with some presets. Ooh, I know it's gonna ban, but... Alright, so here we have presets for Procreate, for Clip Studio, Final Cut Pro, not really using much of that, and some other apps that I also don't use. I mostly use Procreate most of the time, and I'm looking to use Clip Studio Paint more, but the functionality of Clip Studio Paint it's a lot for the iPad, which is part of the reason I was super interested in the TourBox. Because if I like spec this thing out with all the shortcuts and everything, then I should be able to get more mileage out of Clip. So I guess we'll just start with the presets, see what they have. Optimize for Clip Studio Pro. You can create and manage presets and apply a selected one to your TourBox device. Cool. Right, let me try to pair it again, actually, for the stream. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, no, it's there. It's connected. Cool. Slide this over, I guess. Slide the, oh, yep. Yeah, you know what, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just do it like that. Drag the TourBox window over a little bit. All right, here we go. We got the iPad window, TourBox here, and then me, and the iPad. All right, so Clip Studio Paint presets. So we got this for zoom, whoops. Ooh, do you hear that? Can you hear this? I like that. That's a nice sound. It wasn't doing that when it was off, so that means that's haptic feedback. That's really fun. All right, what have I done to the menu while doing that? Yikes, man, this is a lot for my feeble brain to take in all at once. Alright, so looks like this knob here is set to brush size. And then this is brush opacity. I guess it just selects whatever you like touch. So let's rotate the view. Which one's this one? Zoom. So zoom in and out. Rotate the canvas. That makes sense. What about this? That's command. Command? Do I need a command in Clip Studio on the iPad? I don't know that I do. Which one's this one? Shift, okay. Oh, I like how it shows it like glowing. That's very nice. So this is shift. This is command. I kind of feel like I don't need command though. What's this? Undo, redo, that makes sense. All right, undo, redo. I may or may not leave it as that, because I feel like a big point of slowdown in Clip Studio is like switching between the pen, the eraser, and like the sizing of both of those. And it slows me down a lot when I have to undo something or redo something, because I have to like, where's that button? But so far so good. Let's see. What's this one do? Not configured. Ooh, okay, here we go. This is the eraser. This is the pen. This is move layer. Move layer. I don't know if I need a move layer. Well, I guess I'll leave it for now. This is brush, airbrush decoration. I mean, so far the specs seem all right for like just getting started, but we have two more buttons to check. What's this one? Option. Okay, so we got option, we got shift. I'm trying to remember what option actually does in drawing programs. Option's the one that like turns it into the color dropper. Do I want that one here? I feel like I might want this one to be like this button instead. Not sure yet. And this is space. Why is this space? Oh my god, look at this. I didn't see that at first. So it actually has like settings for if you double click it. So if you hit this button twice, it does escape. If you hit this button twice, it deletes. Wow. That's really cool. Double functionality. So you can get like twice as much out of it for some of these. Okay. So this isn't configured. I might make this the save button then, because I definitely need a save button. Oh, this is save. It's a combination button. I don't need that. I don't need a combination button. Save can be one button, as far as I'm concerned. So let's do that. Maybe I'll change it later. All right, so that's save, that's option, and that's space for some reason. And then that's eraser, and that's pen. That's move layer. And that's airbrush. So I think I can change these two. I think one thing that I want is the hand tool. So with the hand tool, you can just like use the pencil, touch the canvas, and just kind of like drag it. Like drag the view without having to zoom all the way in and out. It's nice for really like minute movements. So I guess I'll set the left button to that as soon as I figure out where it is. There we go, hand. Okay, so that could be hand, and I guess I'll set this to Georgeo. Now it's funny that eyedropper is a shortcut because it's also like option, which just is the eyedropper tool if I'm not misremembering. I guess I'll set it as the gradient fill for now. This is undo and redo. Okay, that's fine. That's space. Probably figure out something else to change that to later. That's option. Eraser. Pen. Fill. Hand. Pencil, eraser. Yeah, I think the dichotomy of up and down for that works better. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to put like a pin on the right or something, but I'll leave it as is for now. This is brush size. I actually don't futz with the brush size too often, because usually like I don't change the brush that much when I'm like sketching or inking. I feel like it's more useful if you're more painterly. I am so not that. All right, shift. Wait, this is a click too. So this thing like rotates and it clicks. Oh, okay, so if you click it, it resets the display. That's nice. Okay, I like that. Does this click? It does! Rotate view. But the press is not configured. I would like it to like recenter. Is that an option? I would like it to recenter when you press it. But maybe this will do it. So maybe that's not needed. And that's command. Okay, cool. All right, I guess let's try it out. Right, first up, Eraser, pen. Ooh, nice. Okay. Slide the view back over. One sec. Shrink the window. It's the opposite of shrinking. What the heck? Oh crap, I want this one. Yep. I want that window. Can I just... Yeah. Okay, that works. And take my funny little face and... I can stay there, I don't care. It's just a wacky test stream anyway. Okay. What shall I draw? No idea. Let's just... Wow. Grade A circle right there. Okay. Zoom in. Hand tool so I can drag. Okay, I already really like that. I mean, I've like kind of tried this with like a keyboard before, but obviously that takes up a lot more space because the keyboard's like, it would be going off the table right now. But the TourBox, it's just this neat little wacky Game Boy Advance looking square. So I can just set it right there. Mondai nashi, no problem. Turn the brightness up a bit. Ooh, there we go. Don't expect anything like crazy cool. We're doing like baby mode right now. Ew. Oh, you know what? I know what I should set a button for. I should set a button to flip the canvas. I mean, I could do it right here, but if I can do it without thinking about it, that'd be better. So maybe like, I'll set one of these other buttons to canvas flip. Because I draw some wonky stuff and I really need to flip the canvas to see when things are like weird. Raise his eyebrow like The Rock. But what if I just drew him like mewing? Ooh. Alright, got a shortcut for that. Hand tool. Swap to the eraser tool. Alright, I'm already digging this. I'm not fully used to it yet, but I have a lot less to think about doing it this way. And as I'm working with it, I'm realizing all the things I should add to it. So like earlier I realized that I should add a button for like flipping the canvas back and forth. Right now I'm thinking I should add a button for like the select tool because I draw things wrong constantly as I draw, so I usually use the select tool and just like drag it. Specifically, like, I like the lasso. And then I guess an escape button. Was one of these set to escape? I don't remember. No, that's command. Oh, 2 times is escape. Okay, 2 times is escape. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Let me out. Let me out of here. It's not doing it. Does escape not undo that menu box? Look at me, I'm already like forgetting about the TourBox. Okay, back to the pen tool, flip the canvas. Whoops. It's the hand tool. This is freaking dumb. God, I honestly feel like my line work is a bit better in Clip Studio, or Procreate, as opposed to Clip Studio. Like there's not enough friction. Oh, you know what? Let me swap pins to the real G pen. That might help a little bit. That's better. It's a little bit better. Completely gonna change the line quality, but pen tool, zoom in. That's 400%. Oh my god. That's 200%. I might have drawn him too small. Doesn't matter. It's a test. We're testing the waters. Okay, zoom out. And if you press it, it like full screens it. Oh, I should test, all right, so rotate it with this style, and okay, so that does recenter it. So that means I can set something different to this button, because both of these are like dials and buttons. So that one does that. This one does nothing when you press it right now, but I'll set something for it later. All right, zoom back in. Hand tool. God dang, why did I draw you so small? You freak. This is not actually my optimal positioning for inking. As usually I mentioned this before, but when I ink, I usually have the iPad vertical, not horizontal. do something wacky with the neck. So about right, I don't know, like here. So sassy. I didn't really have anything in mind here of who this is, so I guess I'll just make it my little avatar. Yeah, I need that select tool for real, for real. This is gonna happen a lot. Like a lot, a lot. Oh, but if it's me, that means he needs the bottom eyelashes. Yeah. A little more detail on the nose. That doesn't look right. Nah. Just do it like this for now. Right. It should be about. My hair is actually like a nightmare for illustrating because when you like style my hairstyle, which is like pretty much always mostly a buzz cut with a little more than that, and then I cut it back down, it really shows whether or not you draw the head right. Like you can't hide it behind lots of detailed hair because the hair just follows the shape of my skull. So if I draw the skull wonky, then it looks wonky. It's like enhanced by the hair. All this to say, I can't draw. When people are looking. I can only draw when no one's looking. Because I can fix everything without worrying about it. Like this here, that's not quite. Because it should be more like that. Did I hit the hand tool? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't need that. Go back. Back. Pen tool. I think let's just erase it. Whatever. Ew. I have to try something. Wait, I did that wrong. Whoops. Ooh. Oh, it jumps from like 200% to 400%. That's a bit drastic. I feel like increments of like 50 or 75 would be more my speed. Let's grab all that actually. Take this and let's grab the jaw. I guess up to here. Let's just grab all that. Sometimes I legitimately have to like squint at something. I don't know how many people like get this as well if they draw, but when I'm drawing something, I kind of get like tunnel vision and suddenly I can't tell when something's wrong or not sometimes, which is part of why I flip the canvas. Ew. Speaking of, ew. I want to take this seriously, I really do, but I just can't. It's not in me. Double lines are fine. It's just a sketch. Treat it like a sketch. I like the light. Oops. It's a brush. Oh, because I pressed it twice. Yeah, right. It cycles through the pen and the brush. All right, speaking of, let's move this over. Oh, I'd like to move it, not rotate it, thank you. Yeah, like that. I hate this. I hate this because it's perfect. I have no idea what my ear is shaped like. I've never seen that thing. Right. Gotta get used to that. The brush tool is basically like useless for me 99% of the time. Okay, well I see what the problem is with that. Even though that recenters it, I don't need it to like recenter the entire canvas. I just want it to like recenter from where I'm already zoomed in back to like the centered orientation, 0 degrees, back to 0 degrees. But I don't need it to go back to 100% on the viewing angle necessarily. Frick. This brush is very nice. That haptic feedback is so nice. I love that sound. Yeah, man. What the heck goes on back here anyway? So I can't really see that part of my like neck really. Looks like it just, what's my hair do? Mine's kind of a soft gradient, so maybe instead of doing hard lines, it should just be some hatching. Yo, that's my jam. Why does it always do the gradient tool before the bucket? I don't even use the gradient tool. That's what annoys me about Clip Studio Paint. If you know how to change that, let me know. You know what? This is like, this is giving Toto. This is giving Toto. You know, one thing that would be nice is having like being able to do micro adjustments with the keyboard. I don't know if there's a way to like set the left right arrows while I'm doing this action specifically. That would be swell. But I mean, I guess you can't have it all with something like this. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I feel like you could use more definition here. Oh my god. Maybe too much definition. Oh my god, imagine if I look like this for real, for real. I really gotta get used to rotating instead of like just trying to move my wrist at absurd angles. Because ultimately it's a lot better for my drawing hand if I move in the natural direction of like outwards. Jesus. That's such a small shoulder. In fact, no. What's happening here? What's my brain trying to do? Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to do, brain. Dare I? Nah, let's not do all that now. Whoops. I got just the thing. Hand tool. That means the collar needs to go higher too if we're switching up the angle. This keeps getting better and better. Let's see how much juice my computer has left. 36%. Probably has like 15 more minutes. Just as well, I think. It's a great first go at this, honestly. Alright, well, let's see if I can draw something actually cool. Probably not. That's not how this works. Alright, so zoom in. Actually, zoom out. Yeah, okay, right here. Jeez, thumb. I just realized I've been drawing this whole time without my pencil's grip. It's kind of weird. Oh, but wait, if that one's going forward, then that means it'd be more like that. The body is a strange thing with its ability to twist. Gross. That's not quite. That's not quite right. scan tool. Who even is this? Who are you? Ugh, yeah, I definitely can't do this much longer without my thumb grip. My thumb is like starting to break. Yeah. Okay, we got something happening here. Computer has about, I think going over 10 more minutes will be pushing it. I don't actually have enough ports on my computer to support running this camera, and the iPad. I got no more ports left for power, so I'm just going off of the internal battery with no extra juice. Ugh. This is why we flip the canvas. This is why we flip the canvas. That eye is going on a cruise all on its own. This is why we flipped the canvas. It looked so normal to me before that. Literally, I think drawing is just that meme, trust no one, not even yourself. Like, just literally. Flip that back. Doesn't actually exist past the neck, so I guess it have to be more like that. A lot of times I'll draw the ear in like more of a side view, where in real life you don't really see it much, but I like to kind of pretend like all the ears kind of do this, just because I feel like it makes the head a little more expressive when you can see both ears. but it's not really correct. I have no idea what to do for the rest of this. Maybe I'll draw Georgeo. Nope. I think it's the curve more. I gotta be tricky here because I always add too much to the top and it kind of throws off the angle I'm trying to set up. Because of the perspective, you actually see a lot less on the top. But it's like so easy to not get it right. I estimate I have like 4 minutes left before my computer blows up. Do love my dramatic forehead lines. This real G-pen actually looks pretty good for sketching. It's pretty good for sketching, not gonna lie. All right, how you doing, computer? 14% left. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's all right. Here's what we got. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yep, that's today's results. All right, so all in all, it definitely. I want to leave this up. Can I? If I switch to this one now. Oh, now you can't see the art. Oh. Let's take one last look at it. All right, A cam, B cam. So, the TourBox. This little thing is pretty cool. I already like it. And you can easily tell which button you're pressing because they're all different. All different shapes. And it's not like you're not traveling too far with your fingers, so it's not very strenuous, at least so far. In the 1 hour or so I used it, I really like it. Just gonna get used to it a little bit more, customize it a little bit more, and already I'm pretty confident that this is gonna be like a boon to drawing in this program. So right now, money well spent, I think. I guess I'll go a little more depth into it later, maybe make a video or something when I'm like well and truly used to it. But otherwise, yeah, so I saw a few people pop in, so if you were one of them, thanks for stopping by. This was a great unboxing. So far it's a great product and I'm excited to use it more. So we'll see if do another stream soon, I think, because I got some stuff that I want to work on that's a little less random, I guess. I'm trying to like get used to finishing drawings again, so I've got some like sketches loaded up and I want to ink them, give them like screen tones, maybe color some, and I like to do some of those on stream. So I'll try to do that real soon. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you're watching this afterwards for some reason, thanks for watching. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this because my computer is now, the battery is red. It's red. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. All right. Say goodbye, drawings. Here we go. Bye-bye. All right. Later. Mata ne.